I was born with a natural colostrum scent. Any baby brought near me stops crying. The owner of a postpartum care center was so amazed she offered me $50,000 a month on the spot. I refused and crossed the ocean to study the hardest discipline there is, finance. Because in my last life, I'd entered the richest family in Granboro as their top-rated maternity nanny, hired to care for the tycoon's only daughter and her newborn. At the baby's 1-month celebration, a piece of women's underwear reeking of scent suddenly fell from the tycoon's live-in son-in-law's arms. Confronted, that bastard swore I'd thrown myself at him, been rejected, and planted my own underwear on him to frame him. I explained desperately, but the scent on the underwear was identical to mine, and the tycoon's daughter had me dragged out and set the dog on me until I was dead. My parents came to the Walker estate demanding justice. They were butchered and fed to the fish. When I opened my eyes again, I forced myself to refuse the $50,000 a month salary, crossed the ocean, and ground myself into a chief securities analyst. I landed a position at Oceanic International on a 7-figure package, and got invited to the baby's 1-month celebration for a business partner's grandson, a chance to size the family up in person. At the banquet, a piece of underwear fell from the same son-in-law's arms again. Facing the tycoon's interrogation, Samuel Weiss didn't flinch. His gaze swept past the crowd, found me, and he pointed. She crawled into my bed and tried to seduce me. When I refused, she stuffed her own underwear on me to set me up. I swear to God, I have never done anything to betray Effie. The lace was stained. The generous cup size clearly did not belong to Effie Walker's slight frame. She was staring at me like she wanted to carve me apart with her bare hands. I set my wine glass down without hurrying. No panic this time, not like the last life. I looked straight at Samuel Weiss and spoke. Samuel Weiss, you can eat whatever garbage you want, but watch what comes out of your mouth. I left Arden to study abroad when I was 18. I only returned today. You, on the other hand, have never set foot outside this country in your life. Today is the first time we've ever met. How exactly would I have slipped underwear into your jacket? Seems more like you cheated on your wife and couldn't get enough, so you kept her underwear tucked against your chest to sniff whenever you felt like it. The words were so blunt the entire table went silent. Every guest turned to stare at him. Samuel's face went scarlet, but he kept talking, fighting to save himself. Nonsense. You're one of the maternity nannies in my household. From the very first day, you wouldn't stop making eyes at me. When I ignored you, you got bolder. Last night I wasn't paying attention for one moment. You pushed my door open, crawled under the covers, and threw yourself at me. If I hadn't threatened to call my wife in from right outside that door and have you fired on the spot, you never would have stopped. His words made Effie's brow crease. Since the birth, the professional nanny team had advised her and Samuel to sleep in separate rooms. Last night she'd gotten up thirsty for water, and passing his door, she had heard something. Her sharp gaze landed on me. Effie was starting to believe him, and Samuel saw it, so he put on a show and kept smearing me. I saw you were a woman out here earning a living as a maternity nanny. Not easy work, so I did you a favor and kept quiet. But I never imagined you could be this vicious. You couldn't seduce me, so now you frame me instead? What a poisonous woman. Effie, Mr. Walker, there is no way our daughter can be left in the hands of a woman like this. She needs to be fired immediately. His words hit Effie right in her weakest spot. That newborn girl was the most precious thing in Effie's world. She turned to her father at once.